What's up? What's going on, guys? It's your host, Invisible GFS. Let's talk fantasy football for the slate of week 14, the final thoughts. Basically, this is week 14, the updated of my previous video that was out on Monday. So let's start with the quarterback positions. Things are a little bit different. There's been some news. Some guys I like more now. So let's talk about it. Let's start with the quarterback positions. I'm only gonna give you guys about 7 players at each positions. I'm not going deep. I don't do all the way down to the deep and stuff like that. But I will also do something different today and give you guys 2 players I like at each position. That's gonna be about for running back, wide receiver, tight end that are less than 5. That's probably gonna be less than 5% on. In quarterback, that's gonna be less than 3% on. So you guys can have an idea. All right, so for quarterback, basically it's almost the same quarterback I had last week. Rodgers, I mean not last week, but for the first video, the first look, Rodgers against Green Bay. Love Rodgers. Has one of the top receiver in the game. The running backs can catch the ball. Against Detroit, there is no reason not to like him. Wilson, we all see what the Jets, what any team has been doing against the Jets. So Wilson definitely one of my top 7 quarterback for this week. Mahomes, most likely on FD gonna be the most popular quarterback in the slate, but it's Mahomes, man. There is no reason not to put him on your top 7. Justin Herbert had a bad game last week. Definitely see him coming back with a better game this week. I like him. I like actually this game as a whole. But this game actually changed a little bit for me. All right. So I give you guys the top 4 well, by price. Let's go ahead and do Tannehill. Watson has been good, and I don't think Chicago can stop him. But I just like Tannehill a lot better against Jacksonville. Tannehill had a great fantasy game. Not a great game last week, but a great fantasy game last week. And I'm hoping that's going to be the case here against Jacksonville. Definitely like him. I can see both him and his running back has a great game here. But of course, if you guys go with Tannehill, not Henry, then of course you want Tannehill to have a better game. Brady against Minnesota. I can see shootout here. Brady is definitely one of the quarterback I like in the slate. And usually I don't really put Brady on my list, but against Minnesota, hasn't been too bad against the pass, but I don't see how they're gonna stop Brady with those receivers over there. So let's go down here to okay. So Cousins and Matt Ryan. When I'm looking at those two, early Monday I would say Matt Ryan, but now that Julio Jones is out, I'm gonna go with Cousins here against Tampa Bay. That's a game I like. I like both quarterback. Both teams got great receivers, so definitely like this game here. And then of course I give you guys Tua. I'm gonna stick with Tua here because against Kansas City, I can see Tua. This is the game where you're gonna have the most fantasy points for the entire year. I'm hoping that the KC at 6.6K, if it come through for you, definitely that can help you out a lot by not going in front of those top quarterback. And he can rush the ball. He has a good tight end in my estimate, and also a good receiver. And all right, so a combination of all those 3 things together, I can see him go over 20 fantasy points for the first time this season here. Let's talk about one more player I want to talk about here, and that's Teddy Bridgewater against Denver. The reason I want to talk about him, he is not gonna be over 6% on most likely, but his 2 receivers gonna be, I believe, in the top 5 receivers on, which is weird, but it's happened like that sometimes. So if somehow you stack this game and Denver defense hasn't really been that good and it came through for you, that could be a good thing here. Let's go ahead and talk about the running backs. So I wouldn't count Cook out, but he definitely didn't make it on my top seven. Derrick Henry against Jacksonville, just like I like his quarterback, the receivers, but I also like him too. So you're gonna, but I'm not, even though both of them, the quarterback and the running back, can have a great game together, I'm not gonna put them together. All right. Uh, and we had a bad game last week because, of course, uh, Cleveland just shredded uh, Tennessee. But I see a different script this week against Jacksonville. So Henry can have one of his best games, and he already had a lot of them this season. Another running back I like is James Robinson. James Robinson has just been good. No matter who they are playing, if they expect to get if they expect to be down by 50 or by 10, by 5, James Robinson going to be part of the game. For that reason, I like him. Chris Carson, we all want to play running back against Seattle. So, but it's been the quarterback position. So Chris Carson, uh, it just didn't make it in my top seven because I rather go with Elliott here. I know he has a calf, but he says it's gonna be good to go against Cincinnati. I know he just played on Sunday, but I wouldn't mind taking a chance on him because one, he's not gonna be popular play, and a lot of people are gonna stay away from him. And I think he can have a great game here. For that reason, I like him. Another guy I like is Eckler, but I was hoping he wasn't gonna be popular because of what happened last week. But he is definitely gonna be popular. But I don't mind. I'm still gonna go back to him here. Other running back I want to talk about is Jonathan Taylor, 7K against Las Vegas. Uh, I don't know if it's because of the price, but it looks like they're going back to Taylor like we was expecting once he get to be the starter. So if that's the case here, I like Taylor here against Las Vegas at 7K. That's another play that's not going to be popular. I definitely like him. And let's talk about David Montgomery, one of my favorite picks this week. I'm looking forward to play him. He did great the last 2 weeks. I expect the same this week. They use him in everything. He's catching the ball, running the ball. I just wish they'd use him a little bit more in the second half last week. If I wouldn't mind going to Todd Gurley here at 6.1K. I will take a chance on him. If Gurley can come too, a lot of people are not gonna go play him. That could be really, really, really a good thing for those teams that use him because it looks like Gurley gonna be less than 5% on, and a lot of people would rather play Gaskin than Gurley. So for that reason, me personally, I will definitely have a little bit of Gurley, but he is not on my top seven. One person that is though is Mal Gaskin. Mal Gaskins against Kansas City. That's another player they use no matter what. He's gonna be one of the main focus for Miami as far as the offense. So I definitely like him here. Melvin Gordon had a great game last week against Carolina, one of the worst teams against them. I wouldn't mind taking a chance on Melvin Gordon. Running back, there's a lot of guys you can go to. I believe there was one more player. I want to talk about Duke Johnson, not because he's on my top seven, but because of the fact that he will be a big part of the offense now that David Johnson is placed on the COVID-19 list. All right, and JJ McKissick, that price on FD, you have to go there. He will be one of the most popular players on FD. So if you want to go there, go for it. Me, personally, I will definitely go for it. You're going to catch a lot of balls. You're going to see the feel a little bit more. For that reason, why not? It is only 5.3K. Once you put him on your team, you can do a lot with your team. As far as receivers, let's go with Adams, Tyreek Hill, Metcalf. I like all of them. But as far as my top seven, I will put Adams, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen there. There's no need to even talk about those guys. We all know those guys are gonna see the ball a lot, so definitely like him. Calvin Ridley, he's not on my top 7, but I like him more than I did because of the fact that now we know, to me, the best receiver on the team is not playing. So Calvin Ridley, if you want to go with him, go with him. He should see a lot of targets. For that reason, I like him. AJ Brown is one of my favorite receiver of the week. I like him here against Jacksonville, 8K. Of course, last week we all saw what he did. Had two fumble. One of them could not go for a touchdown. Got recovered by his offensive lineman on the end zone. So I'm hoping he bounces back here. Hopefully he can get a touchdown and possibly two. Who knows? Other receivers I like is as far as my top 7. There are other receivers I like, but I'm talking about my top 7. All right, so Allen Robinson, usually gonna make my list. I like him against Houston. I don't see why not. Definitely like Allen Robinson here, but the only thing is gonna be a very popular play. So if you wanna play him, you could. If you choose not to, it's up to you. Regardless if he's gonna be popular or not, Robinson will be one of my top 7 receivers for this week. And of course, I'm talking about where is it? 7 point. How much was he? Let me just go ahead and put his name here, and I'm talking about Crowder. 6.6K. I like Crowder against Seattle. The Jets probably gonna have to throw a lot. For that reason, I like Crowder here, and hopefully Crowder can come through like he did last week. He wasn't popular last week. He's not gonna be a popular play again this week, but for us that's gonna play Crowder, hopefully he can come through for us again. All right. As far as cheap receivers you can think of, Gage. With the news of Julio Jones is 5.5. I don't like the price much, but 5.5, if you want to go there, you can go there. Most likely, he might be seeing a lot of ball coming his way this week. So for that reason, I wouldn't mind taking a chance on him, even if you put him on a 10% or 5% on a team. So if you play 20 teams, you can put him on 1 or 2 teams. All right. So Gage here. Let's see, seen a target last week, so there's a chance you can see that or even more. All right, so before I go any further as far as starting, let's go. I'm gonna go Brady here. Okay, on Monday on the video I had a lineup with Herbert and also one with Patrick Mahomes. So here I'm gonna go Brady here. I will tell you. And then for receiver, before I go with the receivers, let's talk about tight ends. The reason I don't want to talk about I don't want to put the receivers yet. There's a reason. So let me talk about the tight ends, then I'll put the receiver real quick. For tight end, Kelsey, definitely gonna be popular even at 8.2K. As much as I like him, he is on my top 7, but most likely he's in the bottom 5. Okay, Waller, we all saw what he did last week, but I don't like him this week. But even if I don't like him, there's no way he's not gonna make my top 7 list because usually tight end after the top 5, the rest are bad. All right, so after those two, now we're gonna have to talk about Ingram. I'm a big Ingram fan, especially if his starting quarterback gonna be back. For that reason, I like him just like I like him before. I like him again. Ingram is definitely one of my top 3 tight ends for this week, and Gesicki is one of my top 5 against Kansas City. I should see a lot of ball coming his way. They might be playing catch up, so they're gonna have to throw the ball a lot. And this guy is definitely an athlete. Dallas to me is the best tight end for Philadelphia. I like him as far as my top 5. It's the same go for Henry and Noah Fent. Those are the guys that make my top list. Now, the cheap guys that I want to talk about that I like is John Smith. He is coming back. He is the better tight end for that team. So at 5.4K, I definitely like John Smith here. And there are Logan Thomas, but he would be a very popular play. But because of what he did on Monday night, that game right there gonna make him a very, very popular play. And one guy I don't mind going with is Reed. I'm a Reed here against his old team. So if you wanna go there, take a chance. Me at 5K, I will definitely take a chance, and I also put him on my top 7. So I said I was gonna give you guys. I don't know if I said that in early today, but I'm gonna give you guys. Let me look at my list. 2 players most likely on at running back, receivers, starting. That's gonna be less than 5% on that. I will definitely have on my teams. For FD, for the receivers is Crowder and Evans. All right, Crowder and Evans, most likely they're gonna be less than 5% on, which I'm surprised, especially for Evans. So Evans will be the guy I'm gonna put Brady here. So let's go with Evans at 7.3K. I'm gonna pair him up with Brady here. And as far as running back, the 2 running back that's gonna be less than 5% on. One of them is Melvin Gordon. I mean, I'm not gonna put him. Melvin Gordon gonna be. So I didn't talk about him earlier, but if you're looking to play some of those players that's gonna be less than 2% on, Melvin Gordon would be one of those running back I would play. Another one is Drake. But we have to watch the news here. If Drake somehow not gonna make it, then of course, I'm gonna have to switch to somebody else. But if Drake gonna be playing at that low on, I will definitely put him on the main slate. But as far as the running back, I'm gonna go here with is of course David Montgomery, running back, 6.6K. As far as the other receiver, I'm gonna go with, it's the same one now. It's Crowder. I like Crowder. I'm gonna stick with him here against the Seattle. As far as tight ends, I'm not gonna go with Kelsey or Waller. I'm gonna go with Ingram here. I want to change him to Reed because I like Reed. And then also 5 point, let's see, John Smith. So I'm gonna stick with Evans here, especially if his quarterback gonna come back. If not, then I might change it to Reed. Let's go with forget tight end. He's only 5.7K, so I'm gonna go with him here. You have a lot of money left to do 6.5K, so you can basically do whatever you want, because once you put defense here, usually the first thing I do is try to go with the cheapest defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug the Jets here. I might change it, but usually I'll go with the Jets, and then now you have 7.6K left. So here you might want to put Henry here if you want to put Henry at 9.6K, or you might go with James Robinson. Usually I always trying to put James Robinson here. To me, Henry gonna be a very popular player. James Robinson gonna be too, but I only have some guys that's not gonna be popular, and Crowder, Evans, and Brady. So I'm gonna go ahead here, and I don't mind having Henry with in that lineup. But if you wanna really, you can go with Cook here. Since you play in Minnesota, you can go with Cook if you wanna do that, so you can have that correlation. And also you can go with the receivers here. Let's go with receivers. Where's the Minnesota game? At 1 p.m. That's in one of the first game, you can choose between Justin Jefferson and Thielen. When it's come for Adam Thielen, when we get to the red zone, he gonna see a lot of target. Justin Jefferson, to me, is the guy that that gonna see. He looks like he's coming the team best receiver. But for right now, I'll go with Thielen. I'll take the $100 discount and go with Thielen. And then you have for the flex, you have 5.7K. The good thing is there's a lot of guys you can go with, even in the running back position at 5.7K. Booker gonna be a popular play if you want to go there. You got Bernard and Ty Johnson had a great game last week. Duke Johnson should be starting, but that's probably the guy I would go here with for this. So now, if you wanna take the Jets out, you can do so. But if there's any team you like better than the Jets, maybe Carolina Panthers or Houston Texans against Chicago with the quarterback they have. But Jets hasn't been doing bad against Seattle. So I would possibly go with Carolina here. And then if somehow Brady can, that's actually a good lineup I like. I wouldn't mind using this lineup in a GPP. Of course, I'm going to tweak it, but I'm going to keep my main 5 guys, which is Brady, David Montgomery, Mark Evans, Crowder, and Evan Engram. Those are the main guys for that lineup. All right, that's basically it for FD guys. I appreciate you guys. Please subscribe, turn on your bell notification, and please drop a like in this video for me. I'm out.